guys, my name is Sabine and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you guys my Booktube-A-Thon 2017 TBR to be read pile, and it is a big one. I know for a fact that I won't ever be finishing 7 books in a week, not during this read-a-thon, not even if I would be locked up with only books and no Wi-Fi, I still wouldn't be able to finish 7 books in a week. But still, I picked 7 books for this Booktube-A-Thon because there are 7 challenges, so I just picked a book for each and every single challenge. I can combine different books with different challenges, like multiple challenges. It would be a miracle, guys, if I would finish 3 books this week, so bear with me. Hopefully that will happen. Also, I already finished this video once, but I made a mistake with my settings on my camera, so I'm refilming this right now. So I still hope that I will be just as upbeat as the first time around. If you guys don't know what the Booktube-A-Thon is, it is an annual read-a-thon, and a read-a-thon is something that happens over a certain period of time where you try to read as much as possible. So the Booktube-A-Thon is a week long, and it starts on Monday the 24th of July and it ends on Sunday the 30th of July. Wherever you live, it just starts at midnight and it ends at midnight on those dates. So let's start off with challenge number 1, which is read a book with a person on the cover. So depending on whether I'm still reading the book that I'm currently reading, I chose that one for this challenge, and that is Roar by Corey Carmack. I've been in a really sort of like weird reading mood. Like, I want to pick up and read so many books, but whenever I say to myself I'm going to read right now, I don't. I watch Netflix instead, or I scroll through Instagram on my phone. So I think I really need this Booktube-A-Thon as like my motivation to start reading again. And this obviously has a person on the cover. This is a fantasy book about storm magic, and that is all that I'm going to say right now because I want this video to be not 15 minutes long like my previous videos. But if I finish this before the read-a-thon, I have a different pick, and that is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. And again, obviously there is a person on this cover. Usually I'm not a fan of that, but I think that this girl is absolutely beautiful, and I just really like this cover. This is a contemporary, and it's written by a UK author, and I've been meaning to read a lot more UK authors. Plus, it is also one of Karis from Karis on Reading. She's one of my besties here on Booktube. This is one of her favorite books, and I really want to start reading her favorite books right now. I have bought them all, like most of them, and I still haven't picked one up, so this would be the perfect opportunity to do so. Challenge number 2 is read a hyped book, and I could basically pick any book that I have on my shelves because I usually buy books because they are so hyped on Booktube, but I chose The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater for this challenge because it has been on my shelves for about 1.5 years right now, and I feel like ever since the 4th book came out, which happened last year I believe, a ton of people have been talking about this series even more, and this is a magical realism quartet, and I'm just very curious to see if I will like it. I hope so very much. Every single time that I don't like a hyped book, I feel like I'm just disappointing everyone by not liking it. Challenge number 3 is read a book in a day, and I know for a ton of people this isn't a challenge, this is just what they do just at least once a month, but I have never ever in my entire life finished a book in one day, like never. So for this one I chose Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, and this is like a children's classic. I've watched the movie maybe like 10 plus years ago, so I don't remember the story that much, like completely, like not at all. If I had to tell you guys what Peter Pan is about, I couldn't say. So that is why I want to read the book first. I know that it's completely different from the Disney movie, but that's great because then I can compare the two after I read this, because this is like 200 pages, so, and the font is not big at all. It's not small at all, it's quite big. So I hope that I will be able to finish this book in one day so I can complete challenge number 3. Next is read a book about a character that's very different from you. And again, most of my books are fiction, and a ton of these characters, like 99 out of 100 of the characters, are different in some way from me. So for this one I chose Ramona Blue by Julie Murphy, and I chose this one because the main character is Ramona and she is lesbian, but then an old friend comes and she starts to have feelings, so she's questioning her sexuality, if she's lesbian or bisexual right now. And that is the different part about this book. Ramona and I have a different sexual orientation. I am straight and Ramona is lesbian or maybe bisexual. Plus this book is also really interesting to me because before this one even came out, it had gotten really bad reviews from people from the LGBTQ plus community because of like the fact that a boy makes her maybe bisexual. It doesn't make her bisexual. That's the reason why people were like offended by it, but I've heard from people who have actually read the book that it's really good, so I hope that I will think it's really good as well, and I just want to form my own opinion about this one. Challenge number 5 is finish a book completely outdoors, which is, I think, one of the biggest challenges ever because I am from the Netherlands, and even right now, it's cloudy. It's always cloudy or raining, and the sun, when it comes through, everyone is going outside because it never happens. I hope that next week the weather is gonna be good because then I'm going to read Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling, and this is obviously the illustrated edition, which is illustrated by Jim Kay. I don't know why I want to read this book particularly outside because this is not a comfortable book to hold. It's not comfortable at all. It's just super, super big. Like, how am I possibly going to read this in a comfortable position? And that is also a challenge. I have never felt comfortable reading outside because of I just cannot sit comfortably. Like, here in my room, I have my own reading nook. I can sit, I can sort of like lay down, sit down, and chill, relax, read my book. But outside, I don't have a nice, comfortable seat. So that is also something that I need to figure out. But I think I picked this one up because I want to read the illustrated edition, and because it's short-ish. It's like around 250 pages, I believe, and I feel like I should be able to get through that a lot quicker than picking a 500-page book for this challenge. That is not going to happen, maybe. Challenge number 6 is read a book that you bought because of the cover, and this is also one of those challenges where I'm like, I could pick any book that I have on my shelves because I have so many books that I bought because of the beautiful covers, also because of the story, but the covers were also really pretty. If there is a book and they have 2 different versions, one with an ugly cover and one with a really pretty cover, I will always go for the pretty one. So I do judge books by their covers. It's bad, but it's true. And I feel like we all secretly do it, so I am not the only one. I'm definitely not the only one. So for challenge number 6, I picked City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, and this is the UK paperback edition. And like I said, this book is just beautiful. That is, you know, I kind of bought this series, the Mortal Instruments series, in this version because of the covers. I read City of Bones last year in May, and for my reading standards, oh my god, I read that book so quickly. It is like a 500 or 600 page book, and I had school until 4 p.m. and I started reading it. I read 100 pages a day, and that is already an accomplishment for me because I am a super slow reader. I hope that City of Ashes will be just as good as City of Bones. I want to continue on with this series so bad. I mean, everyone has read this series and I am still on book number 2, and Cassandra Clare has like, I don't know, 10, 20 books more. I need to catch up with them all. I need to do that. And the last challenge is challenge number 7, and that is read 7 books. Like I said, that won't happen at all. If I read 3, I'm gonna be so proud of myself. But to complete this list, to complete my TBR pile, I chose The Vincent Boys by Abby Klein. You wouldn't say it because of the cover, which is like a half-naked guy with big abs, but I feel like the story is sort of written for a 13, 14-year-old. I've tried to read this book twice right now. I've read up until page 70 out of the 270 pages that are this book, and it's about 2 people who feel super attracted with each other, but they both have relationships and they've known each other for so long, but now the girl is super attractive and the guy is noticing her, and I'm like, stop. It just, ugh. I also bought the Vincent Brothers, which is the second book in this duology, so I feel like I should just read this whole book and maybe my opinion will be better than my opinion about the first 70 pages. So those are all of the books that I'm planning on reading during this Booktube-A-Thon. Planning on doing it. I'm not saying that I'm doing it. If you guys are doing this as well, if you guys are participating, let me know in the comments down below, and also which books are you planning on reading? If you want to stay up to date with what I'm reading, how I'm doing with the Booktube-A-Thon, and how my life in general is going, you can follow me on all of my different social media pages. I of course have Goodreads, I have Bookstagram, I have a personal Instagram, Snapchat, and an email address, so I will leave all of those things in the description down below so you guys can check it out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!